Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. Hang on. Whoops. There we go. Brightness. So, listen, grab your coffee, maybe a snack or two. Let's get into it because we got a lot to get into. So, red flag number one. All right, I go out to get my mail. Not at the P.O. box, here at the house. And red flag number one. All right, so when you see this, okay, and it's ballot petitions for the 2022 elections. Do not discard. Time-sensitive materials enclosed. Your personalized ballot petitions are enclosed. Please review and reply by May 9th. We always vote in person. So, what's with this? Huh? Just asking for a friend. So, I immediately, me, right, I get a hold of TRISH and she says, we all knew that the midterm elections would bring out the nastiness. And I said, yeah, no surprise. But, come on, you're sending these out to people who go out in person and vote. Come on, man. What's going on? Are they sending this to everybody? So keep an eye on your mailbox, guys, because you might be getting stuff like this in the mail already. So, on to this. A subscriber has a substitution that she would like to share regarding laundry soap. She said, in case no one's told you, there's a cheap laundry soap hack. I knew about it, but in case you guys didn't, here you go. Buy a bar of Zote soap, Z-O-T-E, and the Zote can be found at any Walmart. I buy it at, Big Lots. It's like under $2. Sometimes you can find it for $1. All you do is you grate it up, if you have like one of those old cheese graters, grate it up, okay? Put it into a 5-gallon bucket, okay? And stir it with warm water, okay? Now, leave it go overnight, okay, with the bucket. Cover it up, put the lid on it. The next day you can use it, okay? And with this formula, with this Zote soap, okay, you actually use half the amount that you would use using regular laundry soap, okay? So, yeah, I do have a good amount of that in my garage. So, and I do use it. I like to use it for my my linens. So this is coming at you from my favorite gal pal in the UK, because she's just she's a goof. She says, I watched your video from the other day, and as the scumbags perpetrating all of the evil upon us, who cares if they rot forever, more down in their bunkers? Oh my God. Serves them bloody well right, and bloody good riddance to them all, to them too. They will get their comeuppance eventually, and it will be us who have the last laugh, although we'll be in the spirit world, and then no doubt my mind is always in constant overdrive, as yours is. And while I foresee many things or problems coming our way, unfortunately, I do not always have solutions, and oh my, I wish I did. We all wish we had the solutions to everything that we're going through, She said, Gypsy, my darling, I would so love to chat with you too. And funnily enough, I was thinking about this a few days ago as well. We can do this years ago before I got Scooby. Oh, her dog. Yeah, he recently passed. It's a shame. I love that dog. I used to go over to Malta once a year, sometimes twice. I used to stay with my great aunt, but I used to telephone her regularly, as well as my aunt and my uncle, as one of them would always pick me up and drop me off at the airport over there. Oh, okay. Sorry. She got a little bit personal there. Because I told her, I said we should meet up, but she's over in the UK. So anyway, she said, now I have a quick little snippet for you. UK news channel GB News did an interview, the big blonde baboon, you know, Bojo. Oops, I meant to say Boris. The interview was about 40-something minutes long, which is on their YouTube channel. But they also upload a short segment from part of the interview, just over 1 minute long, with the heading that Boris refuses to rule out the prospect of another lockdown. Say what? Oh my no. Boris is a big fat liar, and as always goes back on his word. After the first lockdown in 2020, he said no more, but went back on it and plunged us into another one. Then everything has gone back to normal, and supposedly no more lockdowns ever. Now this little gem turns up. It has always been in the back of my head. He's lulling us into a false sense of security. And this no more lockdown business is just another load of pure, utter shite coming out of his mouth. So when I saw this short video pop up on my YouTube homepage a few days ago, straight away, the first thing that came into my head was, what are they going to unleash on us next? A worse variant. Oh, human bird flu, perhaps. Ebola. I mean, take your pick. Which disease would you like? Oh no, don't start that. Let them know, and no doubt they'll conjure it up for you. Please, government, I'd like a bit of bubonic plague. Thank you very much. Stop. That's my order placed with them. Haha. I know I have a sick and very sarcastic sense of humor at times. If I didn't say things like this and laugh, believe me, I would sit here in tears because of the shite they're doing to us. Okay, so she left a link, so I'll put that in the description box below. And I also remember videos and pictures of Bill and Melinda Gates talking about the next pandemic, yeah, and laughing and smiling about it, yeah, and the next one will be far worse. Yeah, I remember them saying that, and it was just like it was a big joke to them. You know, because it'll never affect them, because they don't care. And something far worse is exactly what I have no doubts about at all either. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. It's so disgusting how we get treated. And, you know, it's just it's like a big joke to them, to all of them. And then they just try and throw like another shiny object out there, you know, to divert our attention to something else, you know. But when you have people like us, people of the prepared mind, you know, we'll sit here and, you know, we could see right through their garbage, and they don't like it. Then they put us on a list, you know. So listen to this. The subscriber, she got a hold of me and she said, yeah, that's right. I've been a very bad girl today. Oh my God. She said, I did something no proper Southern lady would ever do. Oh no. She said, in my defense, it did happen in a Walmart, so maybe I can be forgiven for my indiscretion. I can't with her. I really can't. She said, I went there with a friend, just tagging along, and everything was normal until I spied several cases of wide-mouthed ball jars on the top shelf in the canning section. I, being all of 5'3", could not reach them. That's when everything went off the rails. I'm 5'3", so I understand what you're talking about. She said, my friend and I both searched for a friendly, highly trained employee. And you know I can't read this with a straight face. You know that, right? So why do you send me shit? She said, it's since we were at Walmart, there would be none to be found. What was found was one of those rolling platform things that they use when stocking. I know that's what it was used for because it was fully loaded with houseware items waiting to be stocked, yet somehow it had mysteriously been abandoned. I used my reading skills okay. So if this video gets out later than normal, you know why. It's because I had to try and compose myself. I used my reading skills I learned from the now dissolved Memphis City schools to ascertain that it was for employees only. This was also pointed out to me by my friend. She learned to read in Alabama. Since this Walmart store was physically located in Arkansas, we both promptly disregarded that. Besides, we had both used the self-check-in the past and figured that technically we were both employees. I maneuvered the rolly thingy down several aisles until I had it in position. Then I quickly climbed up as fast as 57-year-old with bad knees and hips can. I snatched the cases of jars and handed them down to my friend. I had to climb down several times to reposition my perch, but in the end, I had filled my cart to overflowing. I will note, at no point were we accosted by any employee on the way to the checkout. I got several looks, including one woman who was so astonished that she managed to run smack into a rack of high-end trampware. My friend decided that it might be in her best interest to go to a different checkout from me. I stood in line, minding my own business. The lady in front of me was 60 to 65 years old. I silently watched as she unloaded her basket of various six-packs of soda, assorted chips, frozen foods, and the largest toilet paper package they have at Walmart's. Once she had done that, she turned in my direction, looked at my basket, and said, "What are you gonna can in all those jars?" I said, "Food." She said, "No, really, what are you gonna can in all those jars?" I could just imagine the look on her face. Y'all need to stop with shit like this. To say that I was taken aback would be putting it mildly. Yes, I suppose people do put things other than food in the jars. However, when I see someone purchasing them, I always think they are canning food. And that's when every tiny scrap of genteel southern ladyhood fled my body. I looked at her side and I said, "Stupid people." I don't think she liked that very much. Next time, and there will be a next time, I'll just say I use them to store my marijuana. On second thought, maybe not. They might try to follow me home. For goodness sakes, people, mind your business. She doesn't pay my bills or feed my family. What I purchase is none of her business. Guess I should have asked what she's going to do with all that toilet paper. Having made my full confession, does anybody know where I need to mail my grits? My grits card too, which means girls raised in the South. I'm sure they'll be wanting that back. On another note, I want to say thank you for sending my flooding disaster question to for TRISH. Okay, you're welcome. This is the funniest email I've ever gotten in my life. I have never laughed so hard in all my life. All right, I'm sorry, but you guys have to stop doing that to me. Okay, now, here is an update from the Czech Republic. Okay, so there's been updates from the defense minister. We are allowing U.S. military to support NATO from 2 bases here in the Czech Republic. This has also been approved by the president, who is a member of the oppositional party to the party which controls parliament. The president is against the establishment of a permanent American military base, which was something else that the defense minister wanted to see, but will now have to go to a vote to see if it can sway the president and his party members. However, it is still a big move for them to allow the U.S. military to utilize the 2 bases space as needed to create stronger NATO presence and protection here. And remember, she's in the Czech Republic. She lives in Prague. Our grocery stores are still relatively stocked, no shortages that I could see so far. The fish coolers are full again, but our German cheap supermarket is now nearly the same price as our local ones. Thank you for that update. Now, the other day we had talked about the mayonnaise. Okay, so here is the recipe, and I'll leave the recipe in the description box below, but here it is. Okay, there'll be links of, as always, you know, in the description box below. Okay, and here's the mayonnaise recipe with the powdered eggs. Okay, 2 tablespoons powdered egg, 1 tablespoon dry mustard, 2 tablespoons water, 2 tablespoons vinegar, 1.5 cups vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon salt. Okay, now here's the method. Add powdered egg, dry mustard, water, and vinegar into a deep bowl or hand mixer. Whip this up until it becomes frothy. Now let it rest for 5 minutes. This gives the egg powder time to absorb the liquid. And very slowly drop the oil into the egg mixture. Very slowly is the key. At first, just a few drops at a time, and then you can increase as you go. Okay. Keep whipping until you start to feel the resistance of the newly formed mayonnaise. Add a little more oil and whip and sew as you go. Stop adding oil when the mayonnaise has at the consistency that you like it to be. Okay. Now store covered, okay, in the refrigerator. You might want to put it in like a, you know, like a mason jar or whatever. Okay. So this will keep for about a week in the fridge. In the event of prolonged power outage, you might want to make just a little bit, you know, if you're making sandwiches or whatever the case may be. Okay. So I will leave this in the description box below if you guys want to write everything down. Okay. Now, this subscriber, okay, she was trying to figure out a way, you know, to store her spices, because she said that her spices were just everywhere. So this was her way of storing her spices, and I think it's a really great idea. She took one of those Rubbermaid, you know, like the 3-drawer with the clear drawers, little dresser things. This is what she did. And then this subscriber shared a picture of her small haul, okay? And it's from the Walmart app. all for less than $38. She got canned chicken, a case of corn, peas, and green beans. All expiration dates are 2024 and 2025. It's a good little haul, I think, for 38 bucks. And before I go, this picture was sent to me, and it looks like the picture was taken in a Walmart. And it's a sign right where the egg should be. And it says, due to a national egg shortage, costs have increased significantly in recent weeks. We will continue to work with our suppliers to improve availability. So, you know, now is the time to just buy powdered eggs, honestly. And I will, I'll look for the best price for powdered eggs, all right? And I'll leave it all in the description box below for you guys, okay? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.